hope you're all staying cool and dry. It's very hot and it rained quite a bit this week. So, well, compared to like the whole of the summer. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you all had something yummy to eat today. So, last week we had Bob. Was his name Bob? No, his name is Moo. Right. I named him Moo. We had Moo on the desk. Because I went to the same convention I got Bud at last year, and I got Moo. So we had Moo on the desk last week. So I think I'll just alternate them weekly. I think that's what we'll do. Probably. Yeah. They're nice. He's a very nice conversation piece. He is. So on Friday, I was yapping pretty hard at the end of the stream on Friday about MetaZoo. And now that we are in the and now that we've started stream here, realize I didn't grab any of my MetaZoo decks to yap about. So maybe we'll grab those during the ad break in a couple minutes here. Yeah, and there's the Twitch drops for Audible. If you sub or gift a sub, you get 2 months of Audible Premium. And if you gift 2 subs, you get the 2 months of Audible Premium and 3 badges. I thought they were like emotes or something. No, they're badges. You get 2 months of Audible Premium, the badge that looks like boxers with hearts on them, and then 2 badges of with different cats wearing crowns. I think it's a dungeon crawler Carl thing. Dungeon crawler Carl. I haven't read it myself, but I think that's where those are coming from. Otherwise, I have no idea. If it's not, I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know why you get you get Princess Donut Pink and Princess Donut Brown. So I don't really, I don't get it. I don't get it. Give me 1 moment to blow my nose real quick, and I will be right back. Hi, Ari. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. The ad break starts any second now. If you get hit with ads. But I'm glad to hear you're doing okay. Let me pull up chat on my phone real quick before I forget here. We're almost at 111. We're almost at 1160. 1160. How? How? Hi, senpai. Hi, sweetie. How you doing? It's good to see you. Uh, it's been since. It's been almost a year. It's been almost a year to the date. Uh, August 29th, 2024. Yeah. Well, if I click on you, I can pull up your chat history, your messages, um, and scroll up, and it tells me the date uh, above that day's messages, and that was August. Was August. Yeah. Hi, wow. No one's grabbed first yet. No one's grabbed first. Congrats on getting first, wow. But how you've been? I hope you feel well, senpai. Wife and stuff like that. No, totally, totally. For some reason, the flooshed emote did not show up on desktop, but I can see on mobile. Or is it's tired face, not floosh. Sorry. Hi, Penguin. Hi, sweetie. How are you? Good to see you. Okay, let's get you your good boy. Wow.
Sorry, throat gargle. Wow. Very, very, very good boy. It is handicap night. It is penguin. It is. Good. Good boy. Wow. Wow. Thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking and chatting. Spending time with us on the stream. Thank you. You're a very, very good boy. Welcome back from the America. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the 3 stream streak. Wow, thank you. I'm glad that it's not hot over there. I'll talk about my day after I get this routine for a while. You're a very, very good boy. Wow. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, wow, good boy, 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 good boy. boy. Well, good boy. Very, very good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Oh, look at you, such a good boy. Yes, you are. Good boy. Well, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Well, good boy. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Mm-hmm. You're a very, very good boy. Yes, you are. Good boy. Wow. Good boy. 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 Wow. Good boy. You're a very, very good boy. Yes, you are. Mm-hmm. Oh, such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy.
We did, Penguin. We did. We named him. We decided on Moo. So we have Bud and Moo. I'm just going to be alternating them weekly. So it's Bud's turn this week. It's Bud's turn. Moo, yep. Yep. Let's give me burp. Sorry, goodness gracious. What did you end up naming your Alakazam penguin? Was that you, penguin? With the Alakazam? Someone asked me for an Alakazam nickname. I need to catch up. You didn't like my suggestion of seance? What the heck? That's fine. That's fine, I guess. Oh, and I'm doing good, penguin. I'm doing good. We shaved the old legs. Did the old self care. We're wearing some fishnets tonight. That's what we're wearing. Yeah, I had a good day. Caught up on some anime. There's 3 that come out on Sundays. There's 100 Girlfriends. You and I are polar opposites, and though I am an inept villainous. I'm pretty sure that's what that one's called. Yeah, all very good episodes today. I really wish, I really wish the uh, episodes of You and I are polar opposites were longer, but they're not. Unfortunately, I need more. Hi, Gunther. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing? Good to see you. Hope you've been well. Hope you had a good weekend. It's not over quite yet. How you doing, Gunther? And you're doing a Nuzlocke penguin, right? Is it a Nuzlocke? Now that you're here, well, thank you. You flatter me. Thank you for being here, Gunther. Thank you. You never played this story. I see. I see. I picked Y too. Yeah, I picked Y. Yep. Yep. Is it Yvettal? Yvettal? How do you pronounce that? When I was younger, that so X and Y came out when I was in 7th grade, is my, oh, I think it was seventh grade. It came out when I was in junior high. It was it was my first time, as far as I'm aware, playing a new Pokemon game around release. Kind of, kind of. Um, my Pokemon, my experience playing the Pokemon games started with Yellow because my dad uh, had a Game Boy Color. Hi Bartholomew, hi sweetie, how you doing? My dad had a Game Boy Color. It's mine now. He had a Game Boy Color and showed me how to play Pokemon Yellow. So my only experience with Pokemon was Yellow. So I just thought that was like the default. And then my dad had Leaf Green for the Game Boy Advanced. I think he got around the time it released. Um, and that's Leaf Green is Kanto, right? You can't get the Johto evolutions, like you can't get Crobat till you beat the Elite Four or complete the National Dex or whatever, right? So, um, my dad let me play Leaf Green for a bit, and I was like, why doesn't my dad have Pikachu in his party? And I looked in his box, and he had a level 5 Pikachu or whatever. I put it on his team. Like, there we go, all better. And then I saved and quit. So, um, my only experience with Pokemon for a long time was just Kanto, and then um, me and my brother got 3DSs for Christmas in like 2012. Um, what year did the 3DS release? Actually, let me look that up. Oops. 3DS 2011. Because 2011's Christmas was Skylanders. So it was probably 2012. What year did White 2 come out? 2012, yeah. So um, those were some big Christmases then. 2011 was Skylanders, and then 2012 I got me and my brother got 3DSs, and um, Pokemon White 2. I got White 2, and my brother got Black 2. So that was cool. Those were all new Pokemon to me. You have a 3DS XL hanger? I see, I see. New 3DS was 2014. Oh, I see. Yep, thighs. We're wearing some fishnets tonight. Hi, Katie. How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you're staying cool. So whoops. I took a big leap in at least the handheld Pokemon games. I had Pokemon Rumble on the Wii and stuff. Um, yeah. You're tired. I hope you're able to get some good rest, Katie. Yeah, my dad modded his or jailbroke his 3DS. I don't know what he did to it. He did something. You have that game, Pokemon Rumble? Yeah. The ones on the 3DS were never. There was like one free to play Pokemon Rumble on the 3DS. That one wasn't as good. My dad is very cool. He is very cool. He has like so the room next to mine on Friday, he was doing some stuff with his little sanding tool. So I don't know if you'll hear more give me sanding sounds or anything. Um, but yeah, his office is the room adjacent to mine. So he used to have like three 3D printers. Now he just has the one. but there was a fold-up table next to against the wall that the rooms share, my room and the office share. So I'd be laying in my bed and I'd just be hearing of the nozzle moving around. 3D printing stuff. It'd be muffled because it's through the wall. Uh, I'd just be laying there right here. Um, and there was so my dad, um, sorry, Katie. Let me. I'll finish this story and then we'll get to your good puppy. Sorry. Um, but my dad, uh, for like a week or two, he got really into like high powered Nerf or just high powered guns that shoot the foam darts. Right. He got really into that stuff. And he found like this company that like makes really cool ones, and he got like the starter pistol, and he was telling me about it. And I don't remember why, but it's just me and my dad home, so we were just sitting in the office, and he was showing me like the website and stuff. Um, and I was sitting there in a chair, listening to my dad talk about it, and then I was like, I had an epiphany. A light bulb lit up above my head. I had an epiphany. I was like, that's where I get it from. That's where this comes from. So, he does not drive a Porsche. No, no. He has an he does his car is electric. I don't know if Porsches are electric, but his car is electric. Um, he used to drive a Malibu when I was really little. From when I was like a toddler to like my mid-teens, he drove a Malibu. Um, That's all I know about it. And I threw up in the back of that car many a times. I'd get really car sick when I was a little kid. Um, yeah. So anyway, I had this epiphany that I was like, "That's where I get this from." When my dad was excitedly talking about Nerf guns or high-powered guns like Nerf. I was like, "It all makes sense now." Okay, let's get you a good puppy, Katie. Sorry.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking and chatting. Spending time with us on the stream. Thank you. What the heck?
Toki, thank you for the raid. Thank you. I hope the rest of your stream are well. Hold on. There we go. Please go follow Toki. Toki is a fellow bear. Toki's awesome. She plays lots of cool games. She's the only games I've been able to catch her streaming are a visual novel and Tomodachi Life. Sorry, I blue screen there for a second. Sorry. You learned some crazy stuff. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Hi, Sleepy Clips. Hello, hello. Krasdian. Hello, hello. Hi, Toki. Hi, non-binary cat dad. Hello, hello. I hope you had a good rest of your stream. I hope it went well. Hello, Raiders. Hello, hello. If you don't know me, you can't even tell me what it is. I think I saw something about breast milk and croissants while I was getting set up here. But that's the last thing I saw. It was worse than that. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll have to watch the VOD later. Croissant. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, welcome. If you don't know me, I'm Ketchup the Bear, your local Teddy Righty streamer. I do ASMR streams every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. We do handcam ASMR like this on Sundays, on Wednesdays, and Fridays. We use the VTuber model. And the rest of the week, we play games. On Mondays, we play Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. On Tuesdays, actually, okay, yeah, I forgot. So last Tuesday, we finished Monster Hunter Stories 3. Thank you for being here, non-binary cat dad. Thank you, thank you. Uh, and so I put a poll up in the Discord asking what you guys wanted. If you guys wanted one last Stories 3 stream where we try to see as many kinship skills as possible, or we start Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy won with I think 6 votes to 4. Let me check. Yeah. So we had 10 votes, 6 went to Final Fantasy, and 4 went to Stories 3. So Tuesday, I guess we'll be starting I bought the 6 Final Fantasy Pixel remasters a couple months ago. We went on like a whole arc of the yapping of on stream, talking about if people would want to see me play Final Fantasy, and I guess the people do. So I guess on Tuesdays for now, for the foreseeable future, we will be playing Final Fantasy. We're starting with Final Fantasy 1, then going to 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, because those are the only ones with pixel remasters. Um, I would play more after that. Maybe we'll play Final Fantasy Tactics, because that came out the same year as 6, I think. Same year, either the same year or the year after. It came out between 6 and 7. So we'll play through 1 through 6 because I've never played any of those games. The Final Fantasy games are a big blind spot for me. Um, I've played the first game I ever streamed was Final Fantasy 14, and I've since streamed it and played it like 2 more times. So I haven't played that for very long. And I played Final Fantasy 7 on my Xbox while it was on Game Pass for like 5 minutes and then gave up. So yeah. So I guess for Tuesdays for the foreseeable future will be Final Fantasy, probably for like over a year. We'll see. I don't know how long each of them are. And on Thursdays we play Monster Hunter Rise with Eri. And then when we finish Rise, we're gonna go back. I want to go back to playing World, so I can experience World's post game. And then on Saturdays we play D2 with Kazi every weekend. It seems, which we did last night. So yeah, but please go give Toki a follow, please, please, please. She's a fellow bear. She's a polar bear, I believe, and she's awesome. Her model's super cute, super pretty, super sweet VTuber. Please give Toki some love. And Raiders, if you enjoy the content, please consider giving us a follow. It means we are 2 away from 1,160. We like jumped crazy numbers over this past month. You guys are crazy. um, yeah, thank you for the raid, Toki. Please don't worry about sticking around, sweetheart. Please take care of yourself. Get some food, get some water, take your meds, take your vitamins, brush your teeth, floss, mouthwash, do all the things. Yeah. You caught me in the middle of a good girl redeem for Katie, so I'm going to finish that real quick. We'll finish that. But thank you for the right, Toki. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for trusting me with your community. It means a lot. Uh, yeah, if it gets crazier than a lady making croissants with her breast milk, that's wow. Okay, I'll have to catch the VOD before I go to bed, if I remember. Okay, are you still here, Katie? I'm so sorry. See the end? Okay. Okay. I'll do that. Okay, Katie is still here. Don't lick me.
Okay. Katie, you're a very, very good puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy, Katie. No, no, don't lick me. Stop. Good puppy, Katie. Good puppy.
Okay, Toki, Sucrose is live right now if you wanted to stop by. She is live. They're doing the Paradise server is hosting, or Jiro is hosting the first annual Paradise Salmon Run Raid Train. So everybody's playing fishing games and stuff. Okay.
Good puppy, Katie. Good puppy. I can get you some vitamins after this. Good puppy, ready for Katie. I'm behind the burrow. Hope you're doing alright, sweetheart. Good to see you. Good puppy, Katie. Good puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy. You're a very, very good puppy. Good puppy, Katie. Good puppy. 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 Katie, thank you for being who you are. Doing what you do. I think things are in a better place, in my humble opinion. Anyway, you're a very, very good puppy. Good puppy, good puppy, good puppy.
Good puppy, Katie. Good puppy. You're a very, very good puppy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, such a good puppy. Yes, you are. Good puppy, Katie. Good puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy. Look at you, such a good puppy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Such a good puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy, Katie. Good puppy. 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 Oh, look at you, such a good puppy. Yes, you are. A very, very good puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy. Hi, T. Hi, sweetie. How are you? Chanting from Boy and Kim in your room at a crisp 10:06 at night. Well, I guess it can't. You're chanting the spell, or I don't know. It came true. Unless you're just chanting because you're excited. I don't know. But you made it just in time for some thigh drums. We're wearing some fishnets tonight because why not? You're super well. That's good to hear. Is everywhere fishnets are? Everybody's wearing fishnets tonight? Something like that? Okay. that hype train emote's really good. I don't know if it's supposed to be a specific like character, or is that a okay? Yeah, it's a limited time only emote. Excuse me. Sorry. Goodness gracious. Sorry. There was no warning for that one. Good night, Penguin. Good night, sweetheart. Good night. Did you have something yummy to eat today, T? Did you have a Philly cheesesteak? It just makes me think of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch guys. Those guys have been around forever. Since I was a kid. At least. They remind me of the like the Hershey's Kisses commercials that air every holiday season, where they like ring them like bells or whatever. Okay. There you go, Naboo. Thank you for the Playtime redeem, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully those were okay for you. But it's good to see you, T. T Leafeon. It's just that's a really good name. It's really cute. I like it. I had this like really weird dream last night that I don't remember very well, but like I don't remember really anything. I I remember that uh my childhood friend was there, and it was like, but it wasn't like it was like I don't know how to describe it, but he had like this massive extended family that had a different last name, and they had like this saying like if da 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 then you da 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 da, and they had like this massive warehouse like at the back of a Walmart kind of thing, and if you were a member of their family, you could get in there and take whatever you wanted. Um, but my friend was like from a lower like offshoot of the family or something. So he had to get like permission to take stuff. And me and another person, there was another guy, we went with him into the this warehouse to go get stuff, and we were like, oh no, they're gonna find out that we're not actually related to this family at all. And then my friend was like, no, it's okay. And then we go, and then he opens like this locker thing, and it's full of like books you would find it at a scholastic book fair or like manga or something. And in this beat up box are like novelizations of Shrek 2 or something like that. Like Shrek, like light novels or something. I don't know how to, like, I don't know. In this really beat up box. And my friend like teared up a bit, and I was like, "Oh, because Shrek means a lot to him." I don't know. So he grabs the box, and we take it to like this mean guy, and he looks at it, and he's like, "Yeah, you can take that. That's fine." And then we leave, um, and then my friend's gone, so it's just me and this other guy that I don't even remember anything about, and we're like, "We gotta get out of here. We gotta leave." I don't remember where we were. We left the warehouse place, like the back rooms of this building. I feel like it was felt similar to like a school or like a office. I don't know. Uh, we're like in the foyer going to like leave the building, and then I'm like, I don't have my shoes. I'm just barefoot or like in my socks. I like took my shoes off to go into the warehouse or something. Like when you go into a friend's house, you take your shoes off. At least I do that. Not everybody does that, of course. But it's like I gotta go get my shoes, and the other guy is like, "Okay, fine, I'm gonna go," or something like that. So I go back and I'm like stressed because I gotta get back into the warehouse, but my friend's not with me to get me in, but I just need to get my shoes. So I like sneak in and find my shoes, and then I get out, and then I wake up, and I'm like, that was weird. Um, so, I don't know. It wasn't as like fun as the ranch dressing dream. Which, if you want to see that or hear that, I did tell that story but my ranch dressing dream, it is a highlight on the Twitch channel. It's like 3 minutes long. Uh, don't listen to it if you're sleepy because I laugh really hard. Um, but a lot of my dreams are me, uh, either like I have to go back to school, or the whole dream is about like the dream. Part of the dream I remember is me being in a school of some sort, or having to find a bathroom. Because I always have to like wake up and go use the bathroom around the same time every night. I don't. It's weird. Uh, but like the time where my dreams are like the most memorable is when I have to go to the bathroom really bad. So all of my dreams just devolve into me trying to find a bathroom. Anyway, this dream, I had to go back to junior high, or I'm in junior high, and where I'm in English class, and they have our desks set up where like there's four facing each other, so two next to each other facing another two, right? Uh, and we're set up in like tables or groups like that. And my teacher is like pacing the. It's English class. I remember being my English teacher, one of my English teachers, and he's like pacing the room and teaching, and the room's like really big, and he's my teacher in this dream is like this really really buff like bodybuilder guy in like a speedo, and he's like pacing the room and teaching, and he's like flexing, and he has this cloth wrapped around one of his biceps. This part is I don't know if there's I know there's people that like to like interpret dreams. I don't know what any of this means. I think it's just nonsense. But my teacher's really buff, and he's got this uh, gray cloth wrapped around his bicep, and from his bicep is hanging this like woven basket full of cuts of meat, and he's got this and he's like carving cuts of chicken on his bicep, and they fall into the basket as he's like pacing and talking. And then he has like this like jagged like stone knife, and he's like, look at this, and he like goes to like cut his bicep, but the fabric protects him, and he's like, look at that, isn't that tough stuff? And we're like, whoa. And then the bell rings or whatever. And as typical for my school dreams, I can get to my first class fine, my first period, but the rest of my schedule, I don't know. I don't know the rest of my schedule, so I have to go find someone or find the front office or somebody to get my schedule for me, or to like print it out so I have a copy of it. And so a lot of my school dreams are just me trying to navigate through this labyrinthine nightmare of brick and stuff. It's just of a school. And it's not all the time. Sometimes it's like chunks of like the elementary, junior high, and high school I went to, and other times it's just nonsense hallways, and things like that. Giant foyers. Anyway, so I'm like hurrying before the bell rings to find the front office, and I find it in this kind of curving hallway that's like crescent shaped. The left side is all glass windows from ceiling to the floor. It's just glass. Give me burp. Sorry, goodness. And on the other side is the office, where like half of it is like in the wall, and there's rooms, and then some of it is like merged into like the hallway for some reason. Anyway, I get in line to get help to get my schedule, and it gets to be my turn, and there's this it's a standing desk, and there's this lady on their side. I think I remember her having like brown hair with a like a ponytail, in a red shirt, I think, but I don't it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm like, hey, uh I don't know my schedule. Can you like get get a copy of it and like print it out for me? And I'm like, I just really need help. I don't know where I'm supposed to go now, right now. And she's like, okay, fine, give me one. uh, no, she says, well, no, you need to log into the website or the app or whatever, and then you can get your schedule there. I can't do anything for you. And in my brain, for some reason, I was like, in my head, I was like, I graduated already. I don't have the login info for like my public school account anymore. I don't have that. It doesn't exist anymore. Um, so I was like, I don't have that information. I can you help me, please? And she goes, okay, fine. And she walks into the through a door, and I'm like, okay. And she comes back, and she's like, here, you can have this. And she I hold out my hand, and she puts this little sachet packet in my hand. It's purple. She puts in my hand, and I get out of line. It was like, okay, she helped me. I get out of line, and I'm walking out of the office, and I'm looking at it in my hand, and it's like a purple sachet packet, like a sauce packet kind of thing, but it has like a clear window, and I'm looking at it, and she's like, oh, she gave me moisturizer. And as I'm thinking that, um, it suddenly the moisturizer turns into ranch dressing. Like it's suddenly a packet of ranch dressing and a similarly sized packet of shredded lettuce appears manifests in my palm. And I look at it and go, "Oh, that's not moisturizer; it's ranch dressing." And I I lift my head and I turn back and I go, "Oh, I thought you gave me moisturizer, but it's ranch dressing." And she goes, "Oh, silly, this ranch dressing, it's not moisturizer." And then everybody, we all laugh, and then they wake up. And I'm like, that was weird. That was weird. And when I recounted this story, this dream on stream for the first time, when I said, "Oh, it's not moisturizer, it's ranch dressing," for some reason that killed me. I laughed for like 3 minutes straight. I don't know why. I don't know why. Hi, Luxie. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing? Good to see you. That is a cute emote. How you doing, sweetheart? It's good to see you. It's been a while. Actually, it's only been a month, actually. I hope you feel well. I'm good. I'm good. Um, it's Sunday, so I did my old weekly self care. Shaved the old legs. Caught up on some anime. Watched some Twitch. Did a bit of laundry. My brother didn't feel like cooking for us today, so we ordered KFC. So I had some. But I'm good. I'm good. Trying to stay out of the heat. Trying to stay out of the heat. This week was a little cooler than uh, usual. It rained. It rained this week, so it hasn't been in like the 90s for a couple days, which is really nice. It's still pretty warm, but it's been overcast and threatened. It threatened to rain pretty much all day yesterday. Uh, after the morning into the afternoon. But I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I missed you too. It's been really warm here. It's been warm everywhere. I can't wait for fall. I can't wait for fall. Then I can go on walks and stuff. It's just too hot. It's too hot outside. That is a super cute zip emote. That's so cute. It's very cute. Anyway, uh, I don't I don't remember many of my dreams, but when I do, they happen to be really weird, and I don't know why. But they tend to be pretty weird. Thank you, Lexi. Thank you. We're wearing some fishnets tonight. Um, Speaking of which, if you missed this week's if anyone listening has missed this week's Boy Friday post on Twitter or Blue Sky, there's some play pics up there for you. They're just a different pair of fishnets uh, with the cherry thigh highs layered on top, what we wore last weekend. So if you missed those are up on Twitter and Blue Sky. Hi CJ, how you doing, sir? I'm doing okay. Did the old self care? Shaved the old legs. Caught up on some animes. Did a bit of laundry. Um, watched some Twitch. But how are you, CJ? Thank you, Luxy. Thank you. You're very sweet. I hope you're able to stay cool. It's too hot this summer. It's too darn hot. Those are so cute. Those emotes are so cute. My goodness. Local TCG store trying to play Magic, end up getting addicted to it. Nice. Nice. Welcome, welcome, Lexi. Welcome. I hope you had a good time. That sounds like a good time. My brother Thursday Friday cosplay Shion and Benimara from Tensura. Nice. I like this slime anime. It's fun. It's a good time. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely a good time. For sure. I haven't really ever sat down and like listed my top like 10 favorite anime. Um I don't know even know if I know what my top 3 are. Two of the anime in my top 2 are probably it's Overlord and at least the first season of Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. Because Overlord I binged all 3 seasons in like 2020 in like a couple days. I did that with Shield Hero too, but the Shield Hero is not nearly as fun to me. A big draw of Overlord to me is the world building. Um, but Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. When I was getting into anime, I had decided during the pandemic that I was like, I'm gonna watch anime, because before then I'd only really ever seen Pokemon and like Dragon Ball, Naruto, and like through osmosis of my dad watching it, a couple like bits of Bleach. Um, so it's like I'm gonna find more stuff. Um, and I'm glad to hear you're doing well, CJ. But that sounds awesome, Lexi. That sounds like a good time. Um, and Overlord was one of the, I think, the first ones I watched. I did some research at the time in 2020. Anybody with photos? Let's go. Let's go. Like Bleach, I don't I hardly know anything about it. I know they fight with like bone swords made of bones or something. I think, and the main guy's hair is orange, and there are a lot of pretty ladies in that show. um, but I did some research on at the time the two main anime services, Funimation and Crunchyroll, and at the time, uh, you could have a free account on both. I think. Um, so but at the time, Funimation did more dubs, and at the time, I couldn't keep up with subtitles at all. I just couldn't. I didn't feel like I could. Um, so I went with Funimation. I made a free Funimation account, and Funimation gives you like at the time gave you a big chunk of the library, like older stuff, excuse me, that you could watch for free with ads. Um, and but anything like within like a couple seasons of release, like this was around the time Helpful Fox Senko-san released, because I could only watch the first 3 episodes of Helpful Fox Senko-san, and I wanted to watch more of it. Anyway, one of the first things I watched um, uh, was Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. I don't know exactly why. I think I was just curious because the thumbnail is a girl in the bunny girl outfit, so I was like, oh, okay, maybe there's some spicy stuff in here. I don't know. And then it made me bawl my eyes out. I cried really hard. I'm a big old softy. I get it from my dad. I get it from my dad. My dad, when I was growing up, would watch Naruto occasionally, and there's the episode when he fights Gara, and he's like dragging himself along the ground with his chin, and then my dad was watching that episode, and I was sitting on the floor in front of the TV playing with my Beanie Babies or whatever, um, and then I started paying more attention to the show or whatever, and then I started crying, and my dad started crying, and then I started crying, and my dad was like, "Why are you crying?" I said, "Cause you're crying," um, so stuff like that. Um, on a rewatch of Naruto, I rewatched it around that time before I started using Funimation on Hulu, I think. Um, and the only part of Naruto that made me cry was um, uh, Haku and that scene in the mist and all that. That stuff made me cry. Um, that was that was the one episode that made me cry. I don't know why that part just always hits me really hard. It does. Um, but the rest of the show, I was okay. I was okay. I didn't cry super hard. Anyway, so I found Bunny Girl Senpai, right? I watched that. I binged it. I cried my eyes out, and I was like, I need more of this. Because when I decided I wanted to like watch more anime, like make a point to watch more anime, um, I was like, I'm gonna find a bunch of cool like fighting animes because that's the only anime I'd been exposed to, like Naruto, Dragon Ball, Pokemon. There's more to Pokemon than just fighting, but there is more to Dragon Ball than fighting too. I'm sure. I'm not too familiar with Dragon Ball either. I only caught. I do watch it, Lexi. I do. I do. I watched the new episode a couple days ago. I don't know if my dad's watched JoJo. I haven't either. I haven't either. Um, I don't know what my dad's been watching. Um, my sister turned my dad into a weeb. I don't know. he, I feel like he watches more stuff than I do. Um, it's your favorite anime. It's a very good one. I do like slime anime a lot. I do. It's a great time. They do a really good job with the slime the dub for that one too. They do a really good job. It's really good. Um, JoJo together. Maybe I don't know. Um, I guess I can ask my sister if she's watched it. I don't know what my sister likes. The villainous animes and things like that. I think my dad will just watch anything for the most part, from what I can tell. But anyway, so I was like, I'm gonna watch a bunch of cool fighting animes. And then I watched Bunny Girl Senpai, and I was like, no, I need more of that. And then I watched, um, shortly after that, I watched Angel Beats. and that made me cry really hard. Angel Beats made me cry really hard. Um, I did a rewatch of it with my partner like a year ago, and it didn't make me cry at all. Probably because I knew it was coming. Yeah, I had seen it before, but I guess I watched it at the right time for me, and it hit me really hard. The one anime figure I have is a figure of Angel sitting on the floor with her wings out. I guess I could show that to you guys. I don't know if I have before. Um, yeah, Angel Beats used to be my favorite. I think Angel Beats is at least it's still probably my top five. And Angels straight out of escape rooms. I don't think so. Um, the super. Thank you, Lexi. Thank you. Um, you guys are very sweet. But I hope you had a good time in your LGS, Lexi. I hope you had a good time playing Magic. I really like Magic. Um, I really like card games. Um, I have two, three, four, five. I have 8 commander decks right now. That's not a ton compared to a bunch of other people, but yeah. I haven't played Magic Arena in a long time. I find um I'm okay playing like Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel because I don't have anyone else to play Yu-Gi-Oh! With. Like there's no one in my friend circle of like my boys that don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! They play Magic. Um, I guess I have you now, Lexi. Yeah. I do have a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. I have one, but I just don't. I haven't had anyone to play with my physical cards with. So, Master Duel was an outlet for Yu-Gi-Oh for me, but Magic Arena, I was just like, I want to play with these cards. I want to play with these cards I have that aren't in the thing, that aren't in the app or that aren't in Arena. Um, so I yeah, it's frustrating because you're like I don't have any cards, but I want these cards. Commander deck and a Toph commander deck. Um, do you, what Yu-Gi-Oh decks do you play, Alexi? Um, I bought the Egyptian god, the Slifer and Obelisk. Is his name Obelisk? Obelisk the Tormentor. They did like structure decks for Obelisk and Slifer a number of years ago now at this point, and I bought one of each. Um, spells and such, nice. Um, my physical cards, I can go get it real quick if you don't mind. I'll wait till the ad break. Um, but in Master Duel, I like to play tunes. And I've heard I haven't played Master Duel in like over a year at this point, but I've heard tunes are very oppressive right now. Um, but I enjoyed playing tunes in Master Duel. Um, it's probably the best meta deck I have. Um, Another deck I like to play or have in Master Duel that I'm quite fond of is it's a Dark Hole Dragon deck. So Dark Hole Dragon is a it's a it's been so long. Dark Hole Dragon is an level 8 um, effect monster that you can summon from your hand or graveyard whenever uh, a monster is destroyed by an effect that does not target it. So AoE stuff like Dark Hole. Um, okay, I'm gonna go get my physical cards real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. I don't know if you can hear me, Lexi, because the ad break started. I don't know if you can hear me, but so maybe I'll wait. Story of Yu-Gi-Oh! Chronicles anime starts next month. It's the Sinful Spoils. You don't get ads? Okay. Angel. I don't know if anyone's called me Angel before. Maybe when I was like a toddler. I like it though. It's nice. Does it make ads for your country? Oh, I see. Um, but my favorite deck that I've built in Master Duel is a Dark Hole Dragon deck. Dark Hole Dragon is just like is I had I don't know its defense. I think it's like 28 or something, 25, and its attack is 3,000. And you can special summon it from your hand or graveyard whenever a monster is destroyed by an effect that does not target it. So AoE stuff like Dark Hole and stuff like that. Raigeki, Lightning Storm. Is that card called Lightning Storm? I think. But you can only summon one per effect. You don't get all three out of your graveyard at once, which is too bad. Um, but when you special summon him, you can activate his effect, and at the end of your turn, on your end phase, on your end phase, um, you get a dark hole from your deck. Um, and Dark Hole Dragon can't be destroyed from by effects that don't target it. It can still be removed by targeted removal, but it can't be destroyed by Dark Hole. Um, so the strategy I found was to um, uh, use Alien Warrior from Another Planet or whatever. Last Alien Warrior, the old fusion monster that destroys all monsters when it's summoned, and neither player can summon monsters. Um, excuse me, burp. Sorry, goodness. So I don't know if I have the game recording of it still. It's on a stream somewhere, in a VOD somewhere. But I was playing against a Kashtira player, and I managed to pull the lock off. I had, I think, at least one Dark Hole Dragon, and then I got Warrior from Another Planet, and then I locked them out of summoning monsters, and I won. It was great. I was having the best time ever. It was awesome. I've only been able to do it that one time, but um, yeah, it's good. And there's a pendulum fusion monster, one of the starving venomy dragons that uh, it's generic. It just needs a pendulum dragon monster and a light monster, I think, or a dark monster, I think. And it does stuff when it dies, you can put it on your in your pendulum zone, and then it gives you protection from damage once per turn or something like that, and reflects it. I don't remember, but um, I enjoy that deck a lot, but it loses a lot because it plays terrible cards. But part of I don't know why, but I like playing with terrible cards in card games, um, because when you're able to pull something off with them, it feels so good. It feels so good. I don't know if that's why people like Souls games, but um, or a similar feeling to playing Souls games. But yeah, let me look that card up real quick. Kari Kara. Oh, it's a pretty card. Oh yeah, they do full arts now, huh? Cannot be normal summoned slash set. Must be special summoned from your hand by tributing all face-up monsters on the field that activated their effects this turn in your opponent's monster zone. Grants Gains 1500 attack for each monster attributed to special summon this card. During your end phase, you can target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your field. You can only use this effect of Kurikara I'm guessing that's like Divine Incarnate, but one word. So is it Div Incarnate? Div Incarnate? Once per turn. That's good. That's pretty cool. That's a cool card. She's very pretty. Very pretty card. Crush them, no mercy. um, thank you for the water, CJ. Thank you. It's pretty good against modern decks. Nice. I did see that they released more like another bundle of 3 structure decks or whatever that are like good for tournament play. I've been tempted. Maybe I'll put one on the throne. I don't know. Maybe I can do that. Then maybe I can convince someone to play Yu-Gi-Oh with me, because then I'll have like the competent decks. I already have a hard enough time getting some of my friends to play MetaZoo with me. But here's my physical Yu-Gi-Oh deck in the Pendulum Magician sleeves. I don't know if you can tell, but this playmat is from the Pendulum Magician's Pendulum Superstarter deck. And I use it as my mouse pad. Currently printing your own for Magic. Nice. Yeah, proxying is very good. People should proxy more. But this deck I just built out of a there's a Pendulum Magician set that they released in like 2019 or somewhere around there that nobody wanted at the time, because I had heard through the grapevine that it was supposed to be a structure deck that they turned into a set. So people are like, this set's garbage, or no one wanted it. So I got a booster box on Amazon for like $20. Maybe more than that. But no one wanted it, so I bought a booster box. That was like my first time ever opening like a booster box of cards of my own. Like that was also just a really exciting experience on its own. Now I've experienced that multiple times with a couple magic boxes and many MetaZoo booster boxes. But it's pendulums. This is the secret foil odd eyes from the a Megatin, I think. But it's just a bunch of those cards. And a couple cards from the Dark Side of Dimensions movie. There is a Discord, Lexi. There is, but it's a channel point redeem to get in. It's 1100 channel points. But there is a Discord. There is a Discord now. There is a Discord. But it'll take you no time. Yeah. But there's a couple cards in here from the Dark Side Dimensions set, which was on the shelves around the time I was getting into Yu-Gi-Oh in high school. That and Battles of Legend Light's Revenge was on the shelves. So I have Magician's Defense with the comma at the end. So this thing was really hard to like search up in Master Duel because the comma after Magicians. Because I've replicated this deck in Master Duel, I just don't have all of the cards. So there's a lot of URs that in this deck. And I pulled a Skullcrabat, which I think at the time was the best card in this set, or the most sought card. I do have. I only pulled one though. I only pulled one. I only pulled one. I do have a couple of cubic cards. I did put together a cubic deck in Master Duel. You reminded me that we did that, CJ. But I do have a couple of cubic cards. Uh, give me a moment. I think I have some in uh, card protectors, maybe. I might have one or two. Give me a moment. I'm going to mute because there's a chance I knock something over this time. Hi, Pawn. Sorry. I was trying to find my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Thank you for resubscribing, Pawn, for 4 months in a row. Thank you. How you doing, Pawn?
Mwah.
How you doing, swear? I'm doing okay. Did the self-care shake the old legs? Lexi here's got me yapping about card games. I probably would have started yapping about card games anyway. Alright, please go follow Pont if you're not already. Pont is a fellow bear. She's awesome. She's super sweet. She's been playing a lot of Project Zomboid and she plays a lot of Resident Evil. She's really good at them. She beat one recently on like the highest difficulty with invisible enemies or something. She's awesome. She's super cool. Please give Pon some love. Please give Pon a follow. Um, so I have a couple Yu-Gi-Oh cards here and card protectors. None of my cubic cards are in here, are in one, but I do have the. I think this is the movie, the Dark Magician from the movie. I have this guy. Excuse me. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about, CJ. And I got the. I have the Dark Magician girl from the set too. Very cute. And you want to go play Gunther? Okay, one moment. So, my first ever Yu-Gi-Oh cards I ever owned. My first Yu-Gi-Oh card I got was from a Happy Meal. I got Zone Eater from a Happy Meal. And I was walking home one night from my friend's house. Used to live just down the street. It was winter time, so there was ice in the gutter in the streets. And I was gonna cross the street to go home, um, and there was a fistful of Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the ice, and I pick them up, and this was one of them. Is this really beat up Dark Paladin with this big old crease in the center. This one isn't worth much, this printing. Um, there was a misprinted Dark Paladin that went out with like a magazine or something that had a different artwork on it, and that thing's worth a lot of money. This one is not. But this was one of my first cards. Was this Dark Magician? Sorry, the lighting in my room is terrible, but it's really beat up. I found it in the gutter, covered in ice. So, you know, always a good time. But I'm doing good, Pawn. I'm doing good. But yeah, please give Pawn some love. She's awesome. If you want to see someone kick the pants out of a Resident Evil game, she's your girl. Okay. But yeah, so those are some of my first Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And then I found the Pendulum Super Starter under the shelf, like it was on the floor underneath the shelves at Walmart. And I got on my hands and knees and pulled it out of there. And it had this playmat in it and stuff. So, and me and my brother would shuffle it up and split it in half. And then we would play a game with half decks. So, those were a good time. I do have my tin here. My Cubit cards might be in this one, but I have no idea. This is actually really heavy. It's really heavy. Okay, let's get you a good boy, Gunther, and then we can keep yapping about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay. But thank you for calling me cute, Lexi. You're being very sweet. Okay. Gunther, thank you for lurking and chatting. Spending time with me on the stream. Thank you. You're very, very good boy. Gunther, you work very, very hard this week. And I'm very, very proud of you. Good boy, Gunther, good boy. You're a very, very good boy. Good boy, Gunther, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, Gunther, good boy. Good boy, 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 good boy. Good boy, Gunther, good boy. Good boy, Gunther, good boy. Good boy, Gunther, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, Gunther, good boy. Good boy, Gunther, good boy. Gunther, thank you for being who you are and doing what you do. I think it makes all the better place in my humble opinion. Anyway. Good boy, Gunther, good boy. You're a very, very good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Such a good boy. Good boy, Gunther, good boy. Oh, look at you, such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, good boy. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at you, such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, 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 good boy.
There you go, Gunther. Hopefully that was okay for you, sweetheart. Thank you for the redeemed here. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Oh, yeah. My brother had convinced me to go to a commander night at our LGS with him. He convinced me to go because he said, I'm only going to go if you go. I was like, well, you're trying to get me to go. So he spent like all day asking me and trying to convince me, and I'm like, okay, fine, let's go. And then I was like getting excited, and then he's like, sorry, I actually forgot I have to go do something tonight. So I was like, well, I don't want to go by myself. So um, I didn't go. But yeah. So I have this tin. Um, I don't actually know what's in here. I think the pendulum. Yeah, the cubic cards might be in here. Um, so it's very dark, but I think this is the cards from the booster box. Yeah, and every card in the set is hollow. So foil. But there's one card protector. Oh, it's the Blue Eyes, the ritual Blue Eyes monster. I don't actually really know what's in here. I don't know. I don't know. Just a bunch of mismatched stuff. I think these are. Is this Mecha Tin cards? These are the cards from the Super Starter. So these cards are from the Super Starter that got me into the game. Right? All of them. The. What are they called? The summoners and they're the monsters they summon. So. I know there's a Ziploc in here with foils from the tin in here. A lot of my cards also came from like the stupid Walmart power boxes. So I have some older stuff in here as well. I don't think any of this is actually interesting. Um, oh, okay. Actually, hold on. These might be. Like, yep. Okay, CJ, are you here still? I found them. These are the cards I pulled from the movie packs. Besides this one. Okay, so I have this random Denko Sekka in here. One of my favorite cards. This is from Battles of Legend Light's Revenge. I have one in one of the card protectors. Card shields or whatever they're called. Yeah, I have two of the Blue Eyes from the movie. Oh goodness, this is a little unwieldy. I don't know what this guy is. I don't think he's from the movie packs. No, he's not. Wind Witch Snowbell. I have no idea where that's from. No clue. But there's the A Dark Magician Girl, so I guess that other one is from somewhere else. Yeah, the movie packs all had like the gold border and stuff. Here's one of the cubic cards. These are really hard to read. Duza. There's Duza. Um, There's another Battles of Legend Light's Revenge card. There's this guy. Very shiny cards. They're very shiny. And then I have Vijam, the Cubic Seed. And then some traps. Dimension Reflector, Dark Horizon, and Dimension Guardian. And then a random Tyrant Wing. So there's those three. The gold border, really, I think they look really nice. They look nice. I think they do anyway. And a berry magician girl. I think I have kiwi magician girl somewhere. And I think a ton of these are just from the booster box. All of these might be. No, they're not all from it. Oh, there's Lemon Magician Girl, Berry Magician Girl, for some reason. Yeah. I don't know. What is this stack? Just a bunch of nonsense. Oops, that's on the floor. There's another cubic card. There's another one. So I don't even know if this is interesting at all. I don't know. I'll have to pick that card up later. And then in this bag, I think are the foils and cards from the tin itself. Maybe not. Oh, there's a dragon's fighting spirit. That's from the movie. And the rest of these, I think, are from the tin. Perchance. I don't know. I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In a really long time, so I don't know if anything I'm looking at is any good. I don't know. Anyway, these cards haven't seen the light of day in I don't know how long, so. Oh, there's some sleeved cards here. Already looked at those. Random encode talker. Zerziel, ruler of the evil-eyed, and it's the secret rare foiling. Witchcrafter. Pitor? In secret rare. I don't know. I don't know. Oops. There you go. I have no idea if anything in here is valuable. I highly doubt it. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know if that was interesting at all. I don't know. It's fun, I guess. Now I kind of want to go put them back because now they're taking up space on my desk. But yeah, a lot of the packs I got were from the mystery power boxes and cubes and things, because they're like, wow, you get 12 packs out of here, and they're all like terrible. So I have more than just that, um, but those are even more bulk than whatever that was. Thank you, Lexi. Thank you. I appreciate you. It's been an hour and a half already. Um, but yeah, I'm not very knowledgeable about Yu-Gi-Oh, and um, yeah, I just haven't played it in a real long time. Okay, I'm gonna put this stuff back because it's taking up space on my desk, and I don't want to knock anything over. So I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, I had to. I wanted to get that card out from under my desk so I didn't like ruin it, but also I did not want to accidentally face reveal. So they probably have that Modern Deck Season 2 collection at my local Walmart. Whenever I'm there, usually the only cards left on the shelf when I'm there, uh, is Yu-Gi-Oh product, because scalpers don't want Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess, or didn't, at least not the stuff on the shelf. Um, so there's like a ton of like the Yu-Gi-Oh mini boxes of the reprint sets, like the Light and Darkness set or whatever it's called, Retro Pack 2, or Retro Pack 1, stuff like that. And last time I was there, which was a while ago, I guess. Now that I'm thinking about it, they had a couple of the Gundam TCG starter decks. They had a couple, and they had those terrible, just awful Magic the Gathering standard starter decks, the Angels and Pirates decks, which are just atrocious for getting into standard because um, the cards in those decks, but especially the Pirates deck. If you just want the cards in those decks, you can buy them singleton online for like $12. It's ridiculous. And the Angels deck, the Angels in that deck are only worth anything because they're good in Commander. They're good in Angel Tribal Commander decks. So I don't know. And I think they did two more a couple months ago. You want a Toph deck? I hope we're able to get one, Luxie. I don't have any of the Avatar cards. I have the last Magic cards I purchased was 3 Final Fantasy packs at my LGS. Um, I was able to get this guy. That turns into a saga. And the Masamune. They happened to have some Final Fantasy packs while I was there in like July. So I was like, let me get a couple of those a treat. And I got these Dragon Shield sleeves. I got pomegranate and gold, which actually they're really cool. They're doing these where they're a different color on the inside than on the back. So the back is pomegranate, and the inside of the sleeve is gold. It looks really cool. With the deck all sleeved up. These were pricey though. They were $14. They were really pricey. Yeah. So I'm excited to play the Final Fantasy games, at least 1 through 6. So whenever I like are able to get my hands on more Final Fantasy packs, if that ever happens again, I might know what some of them are. Maybe, perchance, or understand what they're referencing anyway. Do you want to see some of my Commander decks, Lexi? I can yap about that for the rest of the stream. Okay. All right. I'll just show you. I'll show you the first one I ever. I'll show you my first one. I gotta move some stuff. There we go. I did some card swaps in one of my other decks, so I had to move some bulk around. But this is the first Commander deck I ever made. I found out about Commander a few years ago, like probably 2023, 22. And I was like, "Hey brother, will you play Commander with me?" And he's like, "Okay, fine, I'll play with you, but you have to build my deck for me." And at that time, he had a bunch of booster pie chickies. He had bought purchased some booster boxes of Nuka Penna, Battle for Baldur's Gate, the D&D sets, and maybe Modern Horizons. I don't actually know what the set symbols are. And I built this one out of the cards I had access to. So my Magic collection started, my personal Magic collection started. So if you guys heard, I think that was my sister screaming, probably playing a scary game. So me and my brother had a friend that lived down the street, a different neighborhood kid, and his aunt rented apartments, and they had to evict the guy. And when they went in to like clear it out, their only thing in there were boxes of Magic cards that smelled like cigarette smoke. By now, the boxes hardly smell of cigarette smoke now. Now they smell like my smell. But this kid's mom so his aunt gave him a bunch of Magic cards, and then his mom made him give me and my brother two boxes. So we have two card boxes, and that was where my collection started. And those cards range from like uh, late 90s to like 2003 era cards to like Mirrodin Block and Lorwyn around there. I think the most recent card in those were like 2012, maybe. Um, so those were where my collection started, and that's where this card came from. This is I looked through all of those cards, and the only legendary creature I could find was this guy. This is Stonebrow Crozen Hero. He's a 4/4 Centaur Warrior. He costs 3, a red and a green. And he has Trample, and whenever a creature you control with Trample attacks, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So he makes himself a 6/6, and it makes everything else with Trample even bigger. So it's just traditional red-green Stompy. I've made alterations with it with some Final Fantasy cards, some more recent cards, but it's just red-green Stompy, and it kicks butt. Excuse me, burp. Sorry. Especially when I play one-on-one with my brother. Because if I can get going, I just steamroll him with a bunch of guys. Like I did some trading with a friend earlier this year, and I got stuff like Garak's Horde, which has a lot of text and is blurry. It's a 7/7 with trample, so Stonebrow makes it a 9/9. Yeah, there's just a bunch of big guys in here and a couple pieces of ramp and like artifact enchantment removal, mostly artifact removal. um, stuff like Ridgedale Tuskers. I don't know what's going on. Sounds like somebody's moving a bucket around. But when he enters, he's a 5/5 beast. He does not have trample, but when he enters, you put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control, so you make your guys even bigger. So, yeah. And I like playing big monsters. It's fun. One of the more recent additions is Ilharg the Raise Boar. I pulled this from a pack. My brother had decided in May that he wanted to do like a booster box sealed thing with me and a couple friends every month. We haven't done it since, but he went to our LGS and the cheapest box they had was Duskmorn, and then he got like 6 packs of War of the Spark, I think is what this set is. I don't actually know. It's from 2019. And I opened my packs, and I pull this guy. I pulled 2 mythics. I pulled this and one of the really scary guys out of Duskmorn, like that cycle. I pulled the red one. It's like a 5/4 that burns when it enters and stuff. But Ilharg lets you cheat stuff into play from your hand. And it's really good. So you can get Ilharg, and Stonebrow makes him a 8/8, and then you play a trample creature from your hand with Ilharg's effect, and then you swing for a bunch of damage. It's very cool. It's very cool. And then the deck I built my brother was a red-blue Nira the Wild Mage deck. And he didn't really have enough cards, I felt like, to like build something coherent. So I just threw a bunch of red and blue cards together. And that deck's okay, but it is probably my, I don't know if it's my worst deck I have, but that Nira deck. He also has a Nira deck that a friend built for him, because my friend donated all of his cards to a friend that hosted like Commander and Magic nights, where he would build decks for people to play with and to keep sometimes. So my brother donated all of his cards to him, and he built him the Nira deck as a thank you. And there's like two different Nev Mizzet cards in there, and they kick my butt whenever I play against that deck. But that was my first Commander deck. The Nira deck is over here, but it's just a Nira deck with a bunch of red and blue stuff. The most recent cards in that deck are from what was that Magic School set called that came out earlier this year? What's that set called? I don't remember. Is it from those? It's from that set. It's from that one. Silver Quill. It's not Silver Quill. That's one of the schools in the or groups or whatever from that set. I can't remember. I can't remember. All right, we'll get to your good boy chickies. We are approaching the 2-hour mark, so if anyone has any trigger requests or anything of the sort, please can get those in soon rather than later, so I can get those to you. We probably have time for 2 more. I'm just going to pull up Sucrose's stream real quick. Sorry to flash bang you guys. Her overlay is very bright. It's very bright. Okay. You're nice and cozy, Lexi. That's good. That's good. And I'm sure you'll get those channel points in no time. I'm sure. Okay.
Oh, throat gurgle, sorry. sorry. Chickies, you're very good boy. Good boy, chickies, good boy. You're a very good boy. Chickies, thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking and spending time with us on the streams. Thank you. Sorry, I've already said that. Alright, I'm going to call the redeems here. If there are any more after this point, I'll have to refund them just to be safe. So we have headbands and then smooches for Blobman. Chickies, you are very hard this week, and I'm very proud of you. Good boy, Chickies, good boy. Good boy, 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 good boy. Good boy, Chickies, good boy. boy, Chicky's a good boy. You're a very, very good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, Chicky's a good boy. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at you, such a good boy. Good boy, Chicky's a good boy. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at you, such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, Chicky's good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy. Oh, look at you, such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, Chicky's good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, Chicky's good boy. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Oh, look at you, such a good boy.
There you go, Chickies. Thank you for the redeem, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you. Alright, head pats for Gunther, and then smooches for Blobman. Blobman, do you have a preference for your smooches this evening? You're welcome, Chickies. You're welcome. No? Excuse me, burps. Alright, good. Gotcha. Thank you. So, I don't know what to do for tonight's little ASMR video. Last week I did some Wikipedia reading. Could just continue that. I could just keep yapping about magic cards. I could just do that. Although I don't know how long that video would be. Do you guys have a preference as to what you would like me to do for tonight's little video? It'll be uploaded at in the tomorrow morning. So I uploaded them. I set those to upload around 7:30 a.m. Mountain Time. If you guys would like some tapping or ice globe sounds, something else, let me know if you have any suggestions. Just heads up, we have the final ad break here in about 5 minutes. Hi, Floop. Unfortunately, I don't have any more time to do any redeems, any trigger requests or anything. So, gotta get these head pats and then I have Blob smooches. I just want to make sure don't go overtime because we went long on Friday and we streamed for almost 5 hours last night. So, and I got to record a little ASMR video tonight. So, I don't want to go too long. We're just yapping about Yu-Gi-Oh cards and magic tonight in anime. But how are you, Flip? Hope you're doing well, sweetheart. It's good to see you. Thank you for the water and the stretch. I'll take care of that after these headbands. I'm very stressed. I'm sorry to hear that, Flip. I hate being anxious. I hate that feeling. I hate it. Crunching on a 6-person project, only one person did anything. Yeah, that was my experience with a couple school projects when I was in junior and high school. When I was in, hi Maury, hi sweetie, how are you? It's good to see you. I don't really have any more time to take any more trigger requests, but I hope you're doing well, sweetheart. I got to do some. I need to do some smooches after these head pounds, so I don't really have time for anything else. I'm sorry. I'd keep going, but we went long on Friday, and I streamed for almost 5 hours last night, and I need to record tonight's ASMR video. Maury, do you have any requests for a little like 5 to 10 minute ASMR video? Do you have any requests or ideas? Mic scratchies? Okay. This I can do that. That's easy. I did a lot of yapping this weekend, so my throat's starting to feel a little scratchy. Show up once a week for like 10 minutes and try to do 1 or 2 tasks until the next one. Easy. Okay, I think that's enough head pats. Yeah. I was thinking about doing some ASMR yapping about my magic my magic decks, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that would be a very good video. It'd be very much just a stream of consciousness. So I don't know. Yeah, I had a when I was in high school, we had to take like a financial literacy class that I don't think actually did much for me, but we had to um, we had to partner up. The teacher gave us like random partners, and we had to like plan our. We had to pretend we were married. We were married, and we had to like plan like uh, a month's budget or like a 2 week budget. Where's my voice too? Yeah, I feel like I should. I feel like I should. Um, and my partner didn't show up that day, so I just did the whole thing myself. It was great. Super easy. But we had to like draw like jobs out of like a cup on slips of paper or whatever. I was an independent artist, and my wife was a nurse. So we had no money. So I had to find a place to live, and then transportation, and then our groceries, and then our teacher would walked around the room and then gave us like an emergency we had to make a plan for. So I didn't even have enough for a car after finding like this really tiny house or apartment or whatever, right? And we were living on. I was like, okay, we'll live on ramen and cereal because that's cheap, and some other stuff, um, like bulk food. Um, and I got a tandem bike because it was cheaper than getting two bikes. And I was an independent artist, so I just had to get my wife to work, right? And I think we might have had like a baby. I don't remember. So I remember we had to raise our hand when we were finished or whatever, and my teacher walked over and was like, your car gets a flat tire. And I was like, I don't have a car. He's like, oh, your bike needs a new tire. So I looked it up and it's like, ooh, cool. You can replace the tube on the bike for like $15 and then get some gel or bike gel or whatever and you're done. Awesome. Did that. Um, really easy. Really easy. Uh, yeah. Hi, Cookie. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. I can't take any more trigger requests tonight. I need to get Blobman and smooches and then get out of your guys' hair here. But I hope you're doing well, Maury. It was good to see you, sweetheart. Okay. All right. Let's get your smooches, Blobman, and then we will get the raid going here in a couple minutes. Hold on. Cut that burp in time. Nice. Excuse me. You streamed yesterday? Oh my goodness. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. I don't get notifications on mobile because I follow so many people. My phone is just would be constantly vibrating. Hold on. I missed it. Oh, shoot. Okay. I have the VOD pulled up. I have the VOD pulled up. Just you rambling. Okay. Cool. What time did you stream? It just says yesterday. I'm guessing I was probably asleep. I was probably asleep. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Here's your smooches, Blobman. Actually, let me put on some chapstick real quick. Oh, yesterday was Saturday. I don't know what I was doing around that time yesterday. I don't know. Oh, I was probably making lunch or something. Oh well. I missed it. I missed it. Okay.
More, you're about to hit 700 messages. Your next message will be your 700th one. So, you better make a count. That's great, see? And you've been here for almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years this year. You've been following since 2023. October 18th, which is crazy. It feels like forever ago.
What the heck? Thank you, Maury. You didn't actually have to make it up, but I appreciate you, Maury. Thank you for the 500 bits, sweetheart. Thank you. Those ones are for you. Thank you, Maury. You're very sweet.
And you have a big badge now. Nice. Alright, we'll count down from 10 to 1. And that'll be Bob and Smooches. And then we'll right out to Sucrose. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and 0.
All right. Thank you for being here, Maury. I'm sorry you got here so late. I'm tired. Okay. Give me a moment to swap my headphones and we'll get the raid going here. We'll go say hi to Sucro. She's doing some ASMR gaming. She's playing some Fields of Mystria, which I think went like launched a big update recently or like hit 1.0 or something like that. I don't actually know, but yeah, and she is part of the first annual Paradise Salmon Run raid train. So help her get some calories for winter hibernation. I think that's the theme. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. So cold. I'm sorry you're cold, Lexi. I hope you're able to get warm. I'd rather be cold when I'm trying to sleep than hot. But that's just me. I hope you're able to get warm. Thank you for chat with me tonight, Lexi. Thank you, sweetheart. It's always it's a pleasure to see you. And yeah, you'll get those 100,000 channel points really soon. Someone to cuddle with, for sure, for sure. Cuddles are always really nice. You guys can have some. You can have those for the road. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for spending time with me tonight. Thank you for the 500 bits, Maury. Thank you for resubscribing Pon for 4 months. Thank you. And thank you for the raid, Toki. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate and love you all very much. I will see you guys tomorrow for some Grand Blue, unless I'm not in the mood for it. And we'll be starting Final Fantasy 1 on Tuesday, so be there or be square. If you don't want to miss it. But good night, guys. I appreciate and love you all very much. Bye bye.